The dead could rise on this kind of night. In some ways, they already had. The cool air nipped at my shoulders as I knelt in the dirt, encircled by an elite group of warriors called the Koru, who protected the queen. Torchlight reflected off their copper scorpion helmets, the scars they wore on their bodies like badges of honor. It flickered in their eyes when they looked at me, the healer who had saved them all. After more than a moon of restless illness, they'd risen from their sickbeds, one after another. When I'd witnessed the life in them, their muscles regaining strength as they fastened into their greaves and plaited tunics to return to their duties, I'd cried like a baby. If only my father had been alive to see it. He would have been so proud that I'd healed them, and that the queen was honoring me this night in recognition, though he would have scolded me for running myself ragged to get here. But that's what you did when you were a healer, doing everything in her power to be the best she could be. And failing. I played with the clasp of my healing satchel, flipping it up and down and up and down. Fought the urge to bite my thumbnail. I had one more person to save, and her illness was nearly impossible to overcome. Miriam was the last Koru still struggling to recover. But I'd heal her too. I had to. In front of the sycamore trees, a small band of musicians rapummed their drums and clacked beaded shakers. My heart banged as Seratum Tabni appeared at the edge of the circle and the Koru parted, chanting my name in their soft, round Manzazu accent. Kammani, Kammani, rise. The queen nodded at me, a spiked gold crown on her dark hair, earrings skimming her shoulders. Behind the queen, a towering statue of their goddess, Linaza, was bathed in firelight. Her mighty wings were spread to the east and west, her scorpion's tail hovering in warning. As I stood, something white flickered in my peripheral vision near the grove. I turned, and a cold, dank breeze brushed my cheek. The sound of water slapping against a wooden boat filled my ears. It almost felt as though my feet were in the prow, the river Garadun rocking beneath. Stop it, Kammani. None of that boatman nonsense. Not now. I'd seen his skeletal face in the tomb back in Alu, and he'd been haunting me ever since we'd fled. 9 long moons of his face hovering over my palate at night. 9 long moons of his bony fingers grazing my cheek. Shoving away all thoughts of him, I stared at Dagan, standing tall and proud beyond the circle of warriors, and tried to calm down. He hadn't wanted me to come alone to the ceremony so late at night, so Seratum Tabni had granted him access as my escort, though no one else was allowed to attend. He smiled at me encouragingly and placed one hand over his heart. "It's okay," he mouthed. "Just breathe." Grateful for his encouragement, I offered him a wobbly smile of my own as the queen approached. She unclasped a necklace from around her neck, a scorpion amulet dangling from a thick leather strap. She held it up. Its sapphire eyes glittered in the firelight, and I took a deep breath to calm my fluttering heart. For what she was about to fasten around my neck wasn't just a gift. It was a promise. She was saying the Koru owed me a favor, and I could call upon them to answer it at any time, even with their lives if necessary.